Hello guys, Crudeless here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 3. In the last one, we rescued Carla down there, a child of the Abyss from the Urethil dungeons. We also finished the questline for Leonhard, the Ring Finger. As you can see, we are wearing his helmet currently. He was burnt by something, and he was of noble birth apparently. And now we are going to continue down into the profane capital. Before we do anything else, I want to upgrade my weapon, as we currently did get 3 Titanite chunks. We only need 2 to upgrade with the weapon though, which is nice. We have the fire S-Stock plus 8 now.
Pretty be careful, I don't want
Do we have any Estus flasks? I think we do. No, we don't. I mean Estus shards, but yeah, doesn't matter right now. We don't have enough for a level, do we? We need like 26,000 for a level. So let's just continue off down into the profaned capital. We did a lot of like a break from that whole part of the game in the previous episode, since we had to finish off some quest lines for the NPCs and stuff, and a lot of the NPC quest lines are coming to an end pretty soon. As we'll be doing Zegor's quest line now, finishing that one up, and then we only have Grey Rats and Irina of Kareem's quest line left at the end. And also we have to do, of course, Orbeck of Vinheim. But yeah, now we want to make our way down there towards the Profaned Flame and the Profaned Capital. And we remember that lots of the pyromancies were tied to humanities, and somehow when the Profaned Fire burned after Yorm became like the leader down here, the Lord of the Profaned Capital, the fire of the Profaned Flame, it basically exploded. Here you can see some fire shooting at us right now. And also there will be some gargoyles coming towards us as well. This dude. Oh, let's just roll past him, try not to get hit by that fire. And the fire only burnt the humans down here. That's like the most interesting part about that. And as you can see here, here are the humans. Yeah, this is kind of disgusting here. You can see the human corpses scattered and burned towards the edges. And here we see the profanity. We see the decadence, we see the gold, the luxury, the items they have accumulated here. They're bathing in it after the explosion of the fire, almost. And these dudes look a lot like the prisoners up in the keep above. As you can see, they have fairly similar animations as well in the Urethil dungeon. But these guys, they use pyromancies, or at least some sort of magic, to deal damage, and instead of doing the stab with the soldering iron, they use their knives instead. They are decadent, they are wearing white clothes, and you remember from the fact that these guys, they are wearing the masks here, really similar to the ones I'm wearing currently, as you can see. The silver mask basically cooling and also like disguising burn damage. And the jailers we learned from Urethil Dungeons were survivors of the Profane Flame. So perhaps these guys are as well. Oh! Come on. Get a couple of hits in. And these gargoyles here, if we could just get the weapon from them, we would learn something really interesting about that weapon they're using. Because it actually channels the Profane Flame, much like the witches, the pyromancy witches back in Urethil of the Boreal Valley. These guys drop a ton of souls though. As you can see here, we already have 20,000. Started off with like 15 or something. They're simple to kill as well, so if you want to farm souls, then if you have trouble with bosses and stuff, don't be as terrible as me though. Then you can kill these guys. As you can see, they drop a ton. Equip the Symbol of Avarice, or and combine it with the Shield of Want. The shield we found down after we killed the big worm down in the Smoldering Lake. This one right here. And also you can put on the Symbol of Avarice and the ring from Firelink Shrine, and you'll be able to get tons of souls. Was there a chest I missed over there? No, there was not. Just want to keep my health up. Let's also remove these from... Oh, well, not remove the Undead Hunter Charms, because there are some mimics here. Of course there are. So, profanity. It's probably not a good idea. You can see the gargoyle up there. He will come down towards us if you move towards the area here. Come on. There we go. You really don't want to fight multiple of these enemies at the same time, so let's try to deal with one of them at a time, and maybe that'll make things easier. Though the enemies here, not that terrible, to be honest. I do enjoy fighting with gargoyles. I think they are fun to fight. It can be a little hard to get around them sometimes, especially because they have these amazing wings they use as a shield. But they are fairly easily staggered, so... And they lack heads, interestingly enough. Come on. There we go. Now in the... If you didn't realize, by the way, in there we have the next boss fight of this area. The third Lord of Cinder is in there. And we will have a finishing up the events for a certain quest line when we enter the room. But we did get a weapon there. A handmaiden's dagger. Where is it? Probably up here. There it is. Dagger used by handmaidens of the profane capital. Each successful attack replenishes a slight amount of AFP. It is said that these women took pleasure in wounding others. Sadism. That doesn't sound too good. So why are they alive then? These women. Confirming the gender that we can easily hear when they are screaming, so not that much of a surprise there. Easily staggered though. Let's not get in the middle of that little group there. I'm gonna use my... go behind the pillars and use my SS flasks. And then try to get a couple of attacks in while they are busy moving around. But yeah, it's a lot more difficult to take them on when they are in a big group like this. Pretty similar to... because... oh my god, that stagger on that hit there! It's really intense! Whoa, I never had trouble with these guys. Let's get away from them. And heal back up. Look at the... hopefully though, I won't be needing the... ah, come on! Stagger on that fire is so amazing. Wish I had some more poise. Or I had poise at all, to be honest. Come on. Gotta apply some guerrilla tactics here. Gotta go in and do some stabby. And move back out. Come on, guys! I guess using a fire weapon isn't ideal against these guys. Probably not. Probably some sort of AoE spells would be really useful here in this case. Come on. We could return if we need more Estus Last on the boss. I think we might do actually, because a lot of the hits from the boss will be kind of hard. They will be strong at least. Oh, look at that hitbox porn right there. Yeah, we get just dodged right underneath the dagger. Pretty nice. As you can see, as they fade away, the room gets darker. Really nice touch of detail there. We gain like 12,000 souls for killing these enemies here. I don't think this is a mimic, but I'm not certain. So I'm gonna use the shard. No, this is not a real one. An ember, a single ember here. These two though are both mimics, I believe. Yes, they are. Oh, we got both of them with one. I wasted one there. Okay. Really nice place to farm the Symbol of Avarice. You can find Great Shield of Glory. You can basically farm the Symbol of Avarice by throwing... As you can see, I hit them once every time and they go back into their sleep, as you can see. And if I hit them with a Undead Hunter charm again, they would have a chance to drop the Symbol of Avarice each time they open, which is pretty nice. But we did get a symbol, Great Shield of Glory there. Looks like the dragon Great Shield from Dark Souls 2. A great shield adorned with flowing patterns, a celebration of an ancient glory. What is this? What is the pattern? Flowing patterns. Boasts the highest ability of such shields, but with reduced stamina regeneration speeds. Perhaps it is glory that begets the indolence. Pretty nice shield though. Does have 80 stability. Kind of amazing. This boss fight, we should really be able to parry him, and we won't really need the parry for lots of the upcoming areas. I'm going to equip this shield instead. And we are going to need to unequip some weaponry in this boss fight here. And it's kind of a gimmick fight, but it is, and it's not one of my favorites, but the spectacle of it all is really grand. So be ready for some awesomeness right now, and the visit of an old friend.
Yorm, old friend. I, Siegward of the Knights of Katarina, have come to uphold my promise. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
Let the sun shine upon him indeed. And yeah, this is Yorm the Giant. He is intensely huge. And you want to make sure that you don't get killed by him, while also making sure that Siegward doesn't get killed either. Get this weapon immediately and equip it. It's called the Storm Ruler. Where is the Storm Ruler? I should have cleaned up my inventory. There it is. It can be used by anyone. Doesn't have any stat requirements. And it has the weapon skill. Lets you charge it up, and you can unleash a giant wave of like fire. Not fire, but yeah, you can do that. And let's draw his attention there. Let Siegward deal some damage. I'm gonna charge up the weapon and not get hit by that attack. My god. There we go. The buddy old pal. You can defeat him without the aid of Siegward, but having him along is really, really beneficial. As you can see, we can stun lock Yorm basically pretty simply. You want Siegward to live though for some additional dialogue. So let's try to get his attention here. But he will eventually, well, if you... Oh! That was a nice turn of events. Or I guess literal turn. Let's cut him down once more. There we go. Gonna heal up. Come here. Don't kill Siegward, kill me. I'm going to get his attention by hitting him a couple of times. If Siegward dies, then we'll be able to get his armor regardless. But I just basically do this for the dialogue, because it will... What are you doing, Siegward? Come after me instead. We got one cut. One more should do it. There we go. Now, interestingly enough, we now finished the area for this boss fight. And normally you would be when you activate the bonfire, you'd be teleported to an event that happens now, since you defeated both Aldrich and Yorm and the Abyss Watchers, of course. Let's talk to... but because we did the quest for Siegward, we'll have to talk to him first, though.
It seems I am in your debt once again. My thanks. I could have not kept my promise without you. Now, for a final toast. To your valor, and my old friend Yorm. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast. You are a true friend. Best of luck with your duty.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last lord. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
Here we are. And Emma here is having trouble. If you don't remember this place, this is all the way back in Lothric Castle. You'll be immediately teleported here after defeating either Aldrich or Yorm, depending on which one you choose the last. I'm just going to equip a homeward bone now, as we will return to somewhere else now before we continue off here. As you can see, this is the room where we got the covenant for the Way of the Blue. This one right here. And also, it gave us the ability to summon those gargoyles to port us down to the Undead Settlement. When the high wall appeared, the path to the Undead Settlement was blocked, and messengers came out bearing this banner. We got that from Emma here. But she looks like she's in a big deal of trouble. We're going to return here and have a chat with her. But before we do that, we want to return and have a look at different souls we got. So first of all, we got the Cinders of a Lord. Yorm the Giant. If the lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders. Lonely Yorm became a lord of cinder to put the profaned flame to rest, knowing full well that those who spoke of him as lord were quite insincere. He became a lord of cinder to put the profaned flame to rest. What does that mean, to put the flame to rest? That means snuffing it out, or does it mean unleashing it? He also did drop his soul, though. As you can see, it is a grand, big one, similar to the blood of the old wolf. Yorm is the descendant of an ancient conqueror, but was asked by the very people once subjugated to lead them, serving as both a weighty blade and a stone-hard shield. So he was subjugated, or he helped the people he was subjugated by. So in Dark Souls 2, the giants, of course, invaded the land of Dragon Lake after Dragon Lake had attacked them first and stolen the Throne of Want from the giants. And subsequently, the giant lord of the giants, he eventually became the first boss of Dark Souls 2, and also one of the first bosses in the game, and also one of the last ones. And Yorm is probably a descendant of that guy, a big ancient conqueror, as it said. But he's helping out the humans that subjugated the giants, because the humans basically they captured him, the descendant, of course, the last giants. And a lot of the giants were used as they created golems and started to mix and dabble into the arts of using giant souls in creating these different kind of entities in Dark Souls 2. If you want to know more about that, then check out my playthrough of that one. But let's have a look at let's go back to the Shrine Bonfire first, and then we can deliver the transposing items that we can take a look at. And also we want to check out the Storm Ruler. This is a really interesting point of Siegward, because he had the Storm Ruler, but we also found the Storm Ruler right next to the throne of Yorm the Giant. Great sword with a broken blade, also known as the Giant Slayer, for the residual strength of storms that brings giants to their knees. Yorm the Giant once held 2 of these, but gave one to the humans who doubted him, and left the other to a dear friend, before facing his fate as the Lord of Cinder. The Storm King assumed the stance to imbue the sword with storms, most effective when facing giants. This weapon was, well, a similar weapon was in Demon Souls, used against the boss. You charge it up and you can hit the boss really far away with the blade. So one was given to the humans, that's definitely this blade. And the other one was given to a dear friend that we know to be Siegward, because he had this weapon since the beginning. If you notice that when you play through the game once more, you can see that he has the Storm Ruler at the very start. And that's one way to distinguish who is Patches and who is Siegward, depending. Well, if you didn't realize that you can hear their voices at least, you can see that the Patches in disguise, he doesn't have the Storm Ruler weapon. He has this regular claymore, I think. Now we have gathered 4 of these lords, these souls of lords, at least 4, including Ludleth there. Now 1 remains. As the voice that just spoke to us talked about Lothric. So let's have a chat with Mr. Ludleth.
Aha, thou returned. So, happened upon any twisted soul?
His voice is really low now. But yes, we do have a couple of spells we can, or at least souls we can turn in. So we can get the Machete of Yorm, the great machete wielded long ago by Yorm the Giant. So we had this one in addition to the Storm Ruler. Yorm once lumbered on the front lines with a great shield, but one day, in place of his shield, a left-hand notch was added to his machete, enabling the smashing technique that would become the legacy of his later years, as we saw. Super heavy shield, requires 38 strength, it weighs 19. Oh my god. He also gives us the ability to buy the Yorm Great Shield. Great Shield used long ago by Yorm the Giant increases the user's poise. As a lord, Yorm risked everything and fought unflinchingly as a one-man vanguard. Following the loss of the one he wished to protect, he forsook his shield. The loss of the one he wished to protect, he forsook his shield. Who was he trying to protect? And who did he lose? Did he lose his friend, Siegward? Did he fail to protect his people? Because he isn't using the shield against us, as you saw, so he has definitely thrown this one away. But he did extinguish the fire, as we saw on the Lore of the Profane Flame right here. Profane Capital was consumed by fire after Yorm became Lord of Cinder. So he became the Lord of Cinder, and then the fire basically destroyed everyone there. Maybe he did the humans a favor by killing them off, since they were consumed by the fire there, and were consumed by the greed and the profanity down there. Perhaps that's what they're trying to tell us. Let's level up some more dexterity, man. We need some of that dex. Might also want to go with the... We have so much attunement. You know what, guys? I think we want to do something really cool. Since we are getting up there in the points for our stats, might be a good idea to at least get the Karthus Flame Whip, because it's just a great weapon. Or a great weapon enchant. Where is it? This one here, the Karthus Flame Arc. Such a great enchant here. We only need 10 faith, 10 intellect to use it. And we can't use it on our fire weapon though, but it's super nice. We also have the Karthus Beacon. Might also be good. But it uses 2 slots though, so we don't really have can afford that. Can't really dabble into that too much. Let's level up. And not heal the dark side, my god. Let's get some more dexterity. Let's get... Whoops, I clicked the wrong button there. Let's get 1 faith point next time we level up. Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee. But we are not done yet. We are going to go back to the Yorm the Giant, since we homeward bound out of here. And we are going to visit... Let's see what happened with Siegward, since we were teleported away pretty rudely. First we want to have a look at the throne though. You can see the men here are holding up the throne of the giant. The people who he was a friend of. He subjugated them, or they subjugated the giants, but eventually things turned around. And why did Yorm go down here into the Profane Capital? What was he doing here? Who did he lose? It's a mystery to me. Here you see we find the second Storm Ruler. It has an identical description as the previous one, so you can dual wield this if you want to, just like the Yorm. We also got the shield of Siegward and his armor as well. We've had this armor before though, same description. An unusual style of round shield peculiar to the Knights of Katarina. The center of the shield features a large sharpened spike, which is used to skewer opponents. Yeah, and we also got the armor here, same as the previous one. This is an indication that he passed away, of course, and unfortunately he might have finished what he wanted to do, and he had ended his promise to his friend, Yorm the Giant. Might be that. Of course, it might be something else as well. Might be the fact that he just disappeared and left all of his armor behind to go into the sun. But yeah. Just wanted to go out here because there were some items that I missed previously that I want to get before we end the episode off. And then in the next one, we're going to explore what the freaking hell happened when with the voice that teleported us to her. Gave us the Way of Blue Covenant somehow. It's really interesting to think about. That's like some of my favorite part of the lore that's coming up right now. some of the coins there. Yeah, let's return to the shrine. And I'm so looking forward to the next couple episodes, because now we'll be getting into the last areas of the game, and those are amazing. There are a couple of zones there that will blow you away if you haven't played the game before, and if you have, then you know what I'm talking about, right guys? So yeah, I've been Crudeless and you've been fantastic. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, and share it with your friends if you think they will enjoy it as well. I've been Crudeless, and see you guys next time. Until then, bye bye.